Yes, YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about how to get a raise. So if you've been procrastinating and you want to find out how to do that, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've already subscribed and you're already a villager, welcome back to our village. So let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. Did y'all just see that? That was our new intro. First off, I'd like to thank God. Then I'd like to give a shout out to my man Stefan Beasley, who did the intro for that. Let's get into it again. Asking for a raise. For some of you, that's like pulling teeth. You'd rather get a root canal than to ask your boss for a raise. But why is that? Really doesn't have to be so adversarial. It doesn't have to be either I get a raise or I'm out of here. It doesn't have to be like that. But understand, if you ask for that raise and you don't get it, you're going to be saying something by staying there. It's not what you get in this life, it's what you accept. So keep working hard, and maybe one day your boss is going to recognize all of the hard work that you put in, and they'll feel sorry for you and just dump $1,000 on your desk. Well, if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. James 4:2 says you have not because you ask not. Now, if God wants you to ask and he got your best interests at heart, you think your boss got better of your interests at heart? Still selling that bridge. Before you ask for a raise, you have to do an inventory. You have to know exactly what the company was before you got there, and then now what the company is once you have contributed. Before asking for a raise, you have to know your worth. You have to know exactly what stage the company was in before you got there, and then now where is the company after you got there. There has to be some sort of measurement that you have to be able to show your boss to demonstrate how effective you are and why you are worth this extra money. You have to detail all of the things that you've done to make this company better. Remember, everything should be value added. You should be talking about all of the value that you added to this company. Now, this presupposes that you have to have added value to the company. You is smart, you is kind, you is important. Yes, we all know that, and everybody who loves you knows that, but your employer does not know that. So you have to quantify exactly what it is that you're worth. And that's not necessarily to shove inside your boss's face and say, look, I'm worth this, either you give me this or I'm walking. No, you're doing that so that you can feel confident when you step into the room. You never, and I hate to say never, but never step into a negotiating position with desperation. If you do that, they're going to see it, smell it, taste it. They're going to eat you alive. It's not going to be good. But if you research, you know exactly what it is that you are bringing to the table, and you also know that if you were to walk from your position, it's going to cost the company finances, resources, time in order to find somebody to fulfill your spot. So in a sense, you staying at your company, you might be doing them an advantage and maybe doing yourself a disadvantage. There is no shame in talking about all of the contributions that you've made to your company. Most of us are afraid to blow our own whistle, toot our own horn. But if you don't blow your own whistle, how you know it even works? And the fourth point, you have to be prepared to take your own bat and ball and go play in another field. Yep, that's right. Sometimes you might have to resign from this position of great comfort and go find some place that is going to appreciate you because of all of the contributions that you are bringing to the table. Now, the two bonus tips that I promised you speak to timing in terms of asking for a raise, because asking for a raise is all about timing. You don't want to wait for the company to be in a deficit and I'm giving out pink slips, and then all of a sudden you come knocking at the door asking for a raise. That wouldn't be the best time now. ask for one. Trust me. The best time to ask for a raise is after you've knocked a project out the park and all of the key players know exactly what your contribution was to this particular project and how it probably couldn't have been done without you. Now, the circumstances behind the second tip, most of you are probably already familiar with. That's when your supervisor comes to you in a rush of excitement and tells you how they're going to give you so much more responsibility. Aren't you excited about it? When they come to you with all of this excitement, make sure you return some of that excitement back to them. Ask them different questions about it. Ask them, what's the timeline on this? Do I get a raise? What are the expectations? Do I get a raise? What resources am I going to have available to myself? Do I get a raise? Will there be other employees that will assist, or will new ones be hired? Do I get a raise? And finally, will a raise be included? When asking for a raise, make sure that you're prepared. Make sure that you know exactly what it is that you are worth to the company, what your contributions is to the company, and what your contributions can be to the company moving forward. Remember, you don't get anything that you don't go for. If you got something from this video, a laugh, learned something, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you want to know when I post, which is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but the exact time, please click on that notification bell. Now, if you know somebody who is looking for a raise, please share this video with them. I'm not going to ask you for a cut of their raise, but I will ask you to ask them to subscribe. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. Tune in for Wealthy Wednesdays, where we'll be talking about flexible spending accounts. See you then.